नमस्कार, हम फिर वापस आए हैं। तो जैन साहब, आपको क्या लगता है कि ये जो सब क्रिटिकल कैपेसिटीज में जो ये पीएलएफ की बातें हो रही हैं, क्या ये अभी हम हमारे को कहीं ले जाएंगे कि हम इस तरह के प्लांट यहाँ आए और कुछ बेंचमार्क हम गलत वाले डाल दें कि एनटीपीसी के प्लांट तो 95% पे चल रहे हैं, 96% पे चल रहे हैं और ये 65% वाले प्लांट भी यहाँ चलेंगे?
देखो, चाइनीज प्लांट्स, यस, आई हैव आल्सो हर्ड कि चाइना में 60-65% पे ही चलते हैं। जिन लोगों ने खरीदे हैं उन लोगों ने, आई विश एंड होप दे वुड हैव चेक्ड द मेंटेनेबिलिटी, life of the equipment, mean time between failure of the different equipment components, so that it really works at higher plant load factors demanded in Indian conditions. In NTPC, we specify our requirements very clearly with respect to the life of the plant, with respect to the annual plant load factors expected, with respect to the life of the different components of the equipment, so that we do not have to increase our maintenance cost as such. With Chinese equipment, I hope they would have checked that and they'll ensure that the maintenance cost does not increase, because they have to look at the lifetime cost of the plant also, which is very, very important.
I would like to take this catch off to Ravi Kumarji, because you've seen both the private sector and public sector. Here the Chinese are able to even fund and finance extra commercial borrowings at low rates. And the second challenge that is coming is direct reduction of costs on the capital equipment, which is suiting our low tariff based, I would say, bidding, where the ultra mega biddings we have seen is based on the lowest tariff. The capex is basically bringing the tariff down. And this may not be the real scene, because the performance of those power plants are not known for the next 20 years, 25 years. So what is your view, sir, on such purchases?
No, actually, there are two things which is naturally helping the indigenous industry. One is the devaluation of the rupee. Actually, rupee was about 45 rupees. It is about 53 rupees right now. So there is an advantage definitely to indigenous manufacturers who are putting in domestic manufacturing. And secondly, the government is also thinking of putting a custom duty on the imported equipments. So definitely these things will protect the domestic industry. If you see, the pricing is lower. Basically, they give standard equipments, whereas in India, every project is designed as per the site conditions. Ultimately, it should have, as Professor Iyer has told, it must have a good efficiency, and also it should operate for longer years. So that will only stand in the long term. So I think the domestic manufacturers, if they concentrate on quality and cycle time reduction, they can have an edge over Chinese manufacturers in near term.
I would just like to ask a question to Mr. Ravi Kumar. After all, what is this Chinese equipment? Isn't it based on, again, imported technologies? It's not indigenous Chinese technology, is it?
No, it is imported technology only. But when we specified the initial set of supercritical sets, if you see, they have a heat rate of 1900 kilocalorie per kg, which is equivalent to subcritical of BHL or other European manufacturers.
We have still not addressed one subject, and that is the low cost financing in the power sector. I would like to put this question across to Rajesh Agarwal Zee. We have a situation that the Chinese are bringing the funds and flushing it at 5.5%, even lower, 3 or 3.5%. And these are all ECBs, and there is a cap even on ECB within the India market. So how do you think that investors or owners of or I would say developers in the future would perform in such a situation? Would you still select a Chinese player who offers both finance and this, or would you look at better technology and go for the best things that is available?
So if you see, currently the power sector has a huge requirement for funding. There is a shortage of $40 billion for the growth path what India 11th and 12th year plan already have in place. So definitely there is a need of international financing, while Indian government is opening up a lot of ECB funding. And there is no limit when it comes to power sector, because it's all for the project. Whatever you import equipment, the level of that much money you can take in the form of ECB. If you see the India interest rate growing at 15-16% and the coal pricing going so high, whereas the power pricing is so limited, the chances, the need of money is at a smaller rate of interest. So for private players who have the option of going international funding will definitely look at that. And China is not the only place. Even the European market and other markets are also funding ECB. China mostly does when their equipment is purchased. But if you buy any other equipment, then there are other international funding agencies.
I would like to rebut this point here. Arora Sahab, isn't this the case that even the Germans, even the Japanese, or even everybody would push up their bankers along with their equipment. And it is normal. It's not only the Chinese, the others are doing the same.
Yeah, they're doing the same, but there's the differences. One is when we talk about the greenhouse gas effects, we talk about efficiency, we talk about Kyoto Protocol, we talk about Durban. No, that means that we should go for better technologies. Now, if we are going for better technologies, it is also helping us to deplete our resources judicially. Now, we can't be really running out with the coal and then depending on imported coal. So then the people who have invested money in the country, they have invested with a plan that there will be more business here. So we have to look from that angle as well, not only the pricing and benefits given by China and the interest rates in India. Now, I believe that retail business was only fluctuating, but power was stable. But these people have made the power also quite fluctuating.
श्रीवास्तव साहब, इसमें आपका क्या कहना है कि अगर हम आपके जैसे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में जा रहे हैं, इवन वर्किंग कैपिटल अवेलेबल नहीं है इस कंट्री में, 12 से 15% के बीच में हमें मिलती है वर्किंग कैपिटल भी, तो ऐसी परिस्थिति में क्या इंडियन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और क्या हमारे देश की जो बोलते ना अर्थव्यवस्था के अंदर ये काम करने में जो क्षमता है हमारी इंडियन कंपनीज की, क्या ये मैच कर पाएगी जहां वो लो कॉस्ट में कैपिटल मिल रहा है इन लोगों को?
I think there is no way that we cannot continue with the cost reduction. The cost reduction of the equipment has to be there. We have to be competent and we have to go globally. The moment they start coming to India, we may require to go even in China and convince the other operators. So until unless we do that we have a competitive product, cost is reduced and go globally, the problem cannot be solved.
चलो बढ़िया है, श्रीवास्तव साहब बोल रहे हैं कि हमें तो चाइना में जाके मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करनी चाहिए। हम इस बात के ऊपर आएंगे with our next episode on renewable energy. Keep watching on Zee Business.
Inertia, Asia's premier journal on sustainable energy and power, and RIPA, Renewable Energy Promotion Association, jointly present Professor Iyer's talk show, Future of Energy, India Vision 2022, India's first talk show on energy and power. Co-partners, NTU On-Site Energy and PS Group Sugan Automatics. Associate partner, VHEL. Supported by Jindal Power Limited and Patel Engineering Limited. Segment partners, Green Brilliance Energy. Media Research, Falcon Strategic Advisories India and Green Infra Partners. A Falcon Media production, exclusive